Hello. Testing. Okay. And good evening.
Yes, good evening. This is HeelerZ coming to you for the first time in quite a while.
Yeah, for sure. We're a little rusty here. We haven't done this for... What was the last one?
We did what we called a bean session, December 8th, 2018. That was the last session at all we had. But tonight we're doing actually a commentary on our new album, finally.
Yes. Our new album, which is finally fucking done, right?
As done as we can get it. I mean, we've been beating ourselves in the head over this thing for 8 months. This baby's taken us, my God. We started on it sometime in August, and it's now into June, so, like 10 months, basically.
Yeah, 10 months, and most of the time our albums don't take this long, except for like Anxiety. It took like a year to do the parts 101 and 102 because we had a glitch there. That's when the old iMac took a shit, and we had to wait a while to get a new computer, and then we had to wait a little while longer to get a new Logic program, and then we had to wait to
learn how to do the new Logic.
Yeah, right, and that took a while. So anyway, as the tradition is, like, something we always say is, well, here we are.
Yes, here we are. And again, y'all thought we were dead, didn't you?
Yeah, maybe. It's been a while, man. But we're, and like I said, we've been rusty. We're rusty on this, and it's just, I don't know. It's just been hard to get started on things lately.
Yeah, it's just been hard to get started. I guess not. Once we get going, it seems like we're usually pretty okay. It's just that it just seems like in the last few years or whatever, it's just getting harder and harder to just get the damn thing, to get anything started, to get started on a song, to get started on this, to get started on a phone call with somebody. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right. So, anyway, we should introduce ourselves, eh?
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead.
All right, so I am Zon Martin Richardson, and you are?
I am Jamie Robin Richardson, and we are HeelerZ. And we are also here with Beans Love Richardson, our canine companion hero.
Exactly. You did that like you recited it.
Well, I mean, it's just that I'm trying, We haven't done this in a while, so I'm really trying here.
Right. All right, so let's not bullshit too long. Let's get into this. What we're doing tonight is a commentary on our new album for 2019, or at least June 2019. We still got, some months left before the new year, so we may or may not get something else out there before the end of the year.
Right. Exactly. And we say exactly a lot.
Yes, we've covered that.
You're right. So yep, that's what we're doing. Our new album, tempO of the nighT, took 10 months to do, and a lot of late nights and a lot of beers, right?
Yeah, a lot of beers. Actually, not so much green stuff.
Yeah, we have cut way down on that. Not by choice, but, not just because we wanted to, but because it was kind of making us too paranoid and shit. So we only do just a little bit of that at the end of the night. We still...
We still do it daily. Actually, we do it nightly. We don't do it every hour of the day anymore.
Yeah, it just kind of didn't work as good for us, Like 26 years or so, we been doing that 7 years, and it's just in the last year or two, just been kind of like it makes us more paranoid more than it helps us anymore. So we just kind of cut down on it, but we do still get some minimal benefits from it or something.
Yeah, at least we think we do.
Yeah.
All right, so anyway, let's, oh, shit, let's not forget the date.
Oh, yeah.
It is June 19th, not June 19th, sorry, June 9th. It's Sunday, damn it.
We're rusty, man.
Yeah, theme of the night. If this weren't a commentary on our album, Rusty would be the name of the session.
Yeah, if it was just a bullshit session, that's probably what we call it.
Right.
So go ahead, man.
All right, so it's Sunday, June 9th, 2019. It is 11:35 and 20 seconds p.m. And we are about to roll our new album called tempO of the nighT, 10 tracks. We're going to try to get through them all here. It's Sunday night. It's going to be Monday pretty soon. We got to go to work and all that shit.
Yeah.
but we're gonna try to get through this, okay? So let's get into it. It's we're already fucking 5 minutes into this already. Let's go.
All right, roll it, man.
Here we go. The first song on tempO of the night is a song called Near Nothing. Here we go. Simple beer.
Yeah. What's the beer count, by the way?
We're on 4. We started this on 4. Well, actually, we're on the 4th beer, so we got 3 in us. We got about 3.5 in us.
Yeah. Okay, so.
All right, so let's try and talk about this. All right, so Near Nothing. First song we wrote, I think. Maybe not.
No, I don't think it was.
No, Near Nothing is song 1 on the album, but it's not the first one we wrote. We started it on October 7th, looks like. Or either October 7th or October 9th of 2018, and I don't know. We don't always spell this shit right.
Yeah, it says 10-7, comma 9-18, so what happened to the 8?
I don't know. It's been so long now, I don't remember.
Okay, so we thought we would, it's I don't know, it may or may not be, but probably is a HeelerZ tradition that we, started right out with a good old downer song here, right?
Yeah, we're kind of dreary and depressing, in case you haven't noticed by now.
Yeah.
This song is just basically about, like, I don't know, it's kind of, well, here we go back again with the self-indulgent shit again,
Yeah, it happens, man, but this is our outlet. I mean, this is kind of why we do it anyway.
Yeah. Years ago, we were kind of against the idea of putting real shit into our lyrics, but then years later, we went through some stuff, we realized it became a vent, and we just decided, who cares, let's do whatever we want to do, right?
Yeah, because we can do whatever we want to do.
Right, exactly. So, this song's just kind of about, just feeling like, it's just kind of, I guess, how we've really been feeling to some extent. Like, our energy seems to be less and less every night, but at the same time, we keep trying to,
We keep trying to just keep doing songs anyway. I mean, no matter how shitty we feel, or tired, or like we're getting burned out, or whatever it is, we just keep trying to do it, because it's the one thing that just keeps us going, I guess.
Yeah, pretty much. I got a burp.
Go ahead.
Thank you for that.
For letting you burp?
Yeah.
Well, it's not like you weren't gonna do it anyway.
That's true. Okay, so this song, Near Nothing, is just kind of about, I don't know, it's just like about, feeling like there's less energy, like, oh, we're waiting for something, but we just keep waiting, and the more we wait, the less anything ever happens, so it's like, I don't know, something we're dying or something,
Yeah, but that's not the intention.
No, it's just, not that we're really dying, I mean, we're still doing fucking albums, so those of you out there who think, we're just on our last straw here or something, sometimes we do feel that way, but that's, we're trying not to be,
Yeah, so, exactly, so we're just trying to keep doing songs, and so we're really not at our last leg, but we thought we would write a song that is kind of about being, or at least feeling like we're on our last leg or something.
Right.
So, I guess that's basically what Near Nothing's about?
Pretty much, and like you said, just let's open it up with it's a rocker, but a downer, kind of.
Yeah. There's a few rockers on the album that are ahead, but here's another one. Anyway, that's the end. Here's the next one.
Okay.
Okay, here's a song called Loner Rock, and we actually wrote this song later. The first date on here is March 17th, 2019, so that's when we first started writing this song, but it ended up being the second song on the album.
Right. Yeah, a lot of times we'll kind of we'll put it maybe at least some of the album in just in the sequence of the order that we wrote them in. But then sometimes as we make these songs and we listen to them, we start realizing, oh, maybe this song would be a good first song or a good second song, even though it was written later or whatever.
Right, like actually, we'll get to this later, but just to mention this right now, the last song on the album is actually, not the last song, but the second to last song, song 9, is the last song we actually wrote. The song 10, which is the very last song, and we may include the JV version, we'll get to that later, right?
Yeah.
But, we wrote, the very last song we wrote for the album, which we just got done with, like in the last week or two, actually, ends up being the second to last song on the album. The very last song on the album we wrote back in, we started that around August. God, that was actually one of the first songs we wrote for the album. It's gonna end up being one of the last songs.
Yeah, no shit. It's like we wrote like the first 3 or 4 of them pretty early, like August, September, and then, but then, we wrote all these other ones, so the other ones kind of got thrown into the middle of the album, so, anyway, blah, blah, blah. Enough of that, right?
I think we've explained it enough.
Yes.
So let's talk about Loner Rock.
Okay, so Loner Rock is just basically about, it's another self-indulgent, it has self-indulgent lyrics again, as,
As we seem to keep landing on for some reason, but whatever, again, it's our outlet, right?
Yes. So Loner Rock is just about basically how we rock alone. We're kind of a loner rock band. We're really a band of one. We put it off as Jamie and Don, 2 people, but it's really one person doing this, blah, blah, blah. We mentioned that a million fucking times by now.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much all this song's about. It's just, like at the end of the night, we're alone, and we've done damn near all these songs. We've had a dabble of that, help here and there from JB, but other than that, we do all these songs by ourselves. So this song is called Loner Rock, and it's just basically a dedication to that, to just the fact that we just rock by ourselves, I guess.
Yeah, pretty much. Sip a beer, man.
Sip a beer.
Thank you for that, pal.
You're welcome. Would you like to do a hit of green, by the way?
Yeah, as we said, we've cut way down on the greens, but it is that time of night. It's now 11:43 and 35 seconds p.m., Sunday, June 9th, 2019. It's time for a little bit of a poll. We've already
had one, but we had like one hit of weed tonight. That's it so far.
Yeah, so we can go for a hit too, and especially because it's a special night because we're doing this.
Yes.
Yeah.
Get pretty low in that bag.
Yeah, but we've been low, man. Been in the last bud forever because we don't smoke much anymore.
Okay, that was Loner Rock, and here's the next one called Not to Be Human. Now, this one we started writing August 12th. So this is, oh, sorry, I'm reading the wrong fucking thing here. August 23rd, we wrote this. So this may actually be like the 3rd song we wrote for this album, because around 40, we'll get to that later. That was August 12th. This is August 23. We started on this baby. This is called Not to Be Human. And this is just, again, about how we just, live in our dream world as much as we can. We pretend as much as we can. And part of that pretending is pretending that we're not a human, even though, fortunately, we are.
Yeah, it kind of sucks, but this is how we deal with it, I guess. Or how we deal with it, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Oh, you're burpy tonight, man.
Sorry, man, I can't help it.
And also, we should bring this up, sign that this is kind of this song is supposed to, at least in part, sound kind of like 70s-ish. We were inspired by like Jackie Blue, the song Jackie Blue, and also like You're No Good, Linda Ronstadt, even though Linda Ronstadt didn't write it. I forgot who did. It was a lady before her, like in the 60s, that wrote that song. We should have fucking known this by now.
Yeah, we can look it up, but...
Yeah. Oh, can we look it up?
We can try. We've got a lot of shit going here on the iMac, though. We're slowing down here and shit.
Okay.
Okay, actually it says it's written by a guy named Clint Ballard Jr., but first performed by thE Warwick for Jubilee Records in 1963, but was later covered by Linda Ronstadt in the 70s, which is the one that most people know.
Yes, exactly. We're still going here?
We are 16 minutes in.
Okay, good. So yeah, like right here in this point of the song, this is kind of where it kicks into more sounding like HeelerZ, I guess.
Yeah, and actually we were talking about this a couple months back, that this may be the first album that is actually HeelerZ influenced. We're influenced by ourselves. I mean, obviously among other people, by other people too, but...
Yeah, it was kind of like, you know, like, last year was really like our Terry Mellis album. Chemistry and Circumstance was very Terry Mellis influenced, even though it didn't sound anything like Terry Mellis, but Terry Mellis was the inspiration for us to like try to do some changes and try a little harder, I guess.
Yeah, Terry Mellis, if nothing else, that's what we got out of it. It's just that we really tried, I think we really tried harder. We tried to just really play, you know, and do some changing stuff, and it was a big workout on the memory muscle.
Yeah, for sure. And this album as well was a big workout of the memory muscle too, yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah, this is kind of like our 70s sounding-ish song of the album. It's got some, you know, hi-hat and, you know, that was, to me, that's the 70s part of it.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
And, so that's about it for Not to Be Human. And again, it's just about us trying to not be a human, you know. We live in our world, and even though that still comes from a human, we try just not to think of that. And again, we're still mentioning stuff about being a loner. We write so much loner shit. We should just call our album Loner Rock.
Well, yeah. Well, it's too late for this one, but we did think a while back, like, if we ever put out, like, a best of or something one day, we could call that Loner Rock. Like, HeelerZ Loner Rock, the best of or something.
Yeah, right. Okay, that was called Not to Be Human. Now, here comes song 4. Now, this song is called Route 40, and this we started on August 12th, 18. This may have been, let's see. This might be the first one we actually wrote for this album, because we have a date here of August 12th, 2018. We always put the dates as the first day we started working on it. The first night we had any idea at all of the song that ended up coming to be what it is, you know. That was, so we put like the very first date that we started working on it in the title. We always try to, you know, date the title, put the date in with the title and all that.
Right. So yeah, August 12th, 2018. This may be the first one we did after we got done with Chemistry and Circumstance, which we got done with that in like June, July of last year, of 2018, right?
Yeah, something like that. Alright, so this song is song 4 on the album, and it's called Route 40. Now, this song was inspired by a dream we had 2 days in a row. We have a lot of dreams about being either lost or being lost. Lately, we've had a whole lot more fucking dreams because of the cutting down on weed, right?
Yeah, like whenever we smoke, the less weed we smoke, it's like, or if we quit for a while, we found out over the last year or so that even if we do a couple hits a night, it's still such a reduction in smoking weed that when we don't smoke so much, it seems like we dream a hell of a lot more.
Yeah.
So, like, in the last few months, our dreams have been, like, way more and way weird. You know, we've had a lot of them that we can't even go into all of them right now. It would take too long.
Right, but, so anyway, this song was inspired by this dream we had, and we had this dream 2 days in a row. It wasn't an exact same dream, but we saw this sign 2 days in a row, right?
Yes. We had this dream that it was one of these dreams about being lost. And we're like driving around, and then all of a sudden we're on a bicycle, and then all of a sudden we're just walking without a car or a bicycle or something like that.
Right.
And we see this sign, like we see these road signs. And the thing is, in real life, we're so bad with directions that we've been in situations where we've been lost on the road, and we see like road signs, but the signs aren't helping us at all because we still don't know where the hell we're going. Or we see like signs for roads that we've never heard of. So like the signs don't do us any good. Or sometimes it'll say like south, east, north, and west, but we don't know what direction we're going in the first place because we're already lost. So like even if we find a sign for a road that we do know, we still don't know which way to turn on it because we don't know what direction we're going at the time. So if we see, Route 41, for example, which is, actually is a road near us. And we were recently lost a few weeks ago. We tried to go to a town called Lansing. It was only 7 or 8 miles away from where we live. And we got there, no problem. And we still ended up, like, spending an hour and a half trying to find our way home. We got lost, like, fucking 8 miles away, right?
Yeah, because we're so fucking bad with directions.
Yeah. So we, anyway, we had this dream like that. Like, we're on the outskirts of some neighborhood or something, and we're lost. And we don't know how to get home. Which, in reality, usually that's how it goes. Wherever we're going, we usually find our way there, but we get lost on the way home. So it's like in these dreams, we're trying to get, almost always, it's like we're just, sorry.
Go ahead.
So we're almost always trying to get back home. And like, so in this dream, we're looking at these road signs, and we're outside of some neighborhood, and we're lost. And we see the sign for Route 40. And just like in reality, we see the sign and we're like, Route 40, oh great. What the fuck is Route 40? That doesn't help us anyway. It's like these signs are put here to help us find wherever we're going. But the signs aren't helping us because we just don't know what these roads are. And in this dream, we see this sign, Route 40. And we don't, and then we woke up from that dream, and we're like, we don't know what the fuck Route 40 is. So we actually Googled Route 40, and we found out there actually are 2 Route 40s. At least in the United States. There's one actually in Illinois, and there's another one that's an interstate one, Route 40.
Yeah. And we've often thought of even, like, trying to drive down these roads just for the hell of it, just because we had this dream. Let's actually drive down Route 40, but we probably never will because we know we're gonna get fucking lost.
Right, because we'll just live this fucking dream. We'll see the sign for Route 40, and then we'll make some wrong turn and get lost anyway. We'll end up on some other fucking road. And at that point, we'd be praying just to get back to Route 40, right?
Right. So the other thing, though, is that we had this dream 2 days in a row.
Oh, yeah.
So the next night, we have the same, it's a different dream, but basically the same thing. The second night, we dream again that we're lost, and we see that sign for Route 40 again. We're like, what the fuck, right?
Right, so, and here's just about the end of the song now.
Yes.
So that's why we wrote this song. And it's kind of a dreamy sounding thing there. Kind of dreary, and which, the music is supposed to kind of sound like what we feel like, dreary and lost. So that was the attempt on that tune, right?
Yes. Okay, next tune.
Okay.
Okay, this is song number 5 on the album. It's called Don't Bother. It's kind of a dreary rocker, and it's about basically people that try to tell it, like, everyone probably knows at least one person that thinks they know everything about everybody else, like, they'll tell you what your problem is or something, like, oh, you know what your problem is, like the...
Yeah, like, anyone out there who's ever watched the show Roseanne and her sister, I think it was Roseanne's sister or something, I forgot her fucking name right now, but she's always telling, like, Dan, you know what your problem is?
Yeah, so we kind of got that idea from that, and also from a couple people we actually do know who have kind of done that to us before. We post some shit on Facebook, and they comment back like, well, this is what's wrong with you, and it's like, they could be right by accident, but
yeah, only by coincidence. It's like these people that think they know everything about you and they know very little about you. Like, I don't know. There's somebody we know on Facebook, and we've known over the years that, like, the last time we were in the same room with them was probably 10 years ago, so, like, they don't even know a lot about us, but they just kind of, I don't think their intentions are all bad, you know. I think in their own mind they're just, I don't know. I think part of it's that they're trying to help, but another part of it, it's kind of their own reward, you know. Like, I think they're really making themselves feel better by trying to give advice to us, and we're probably not the only ones they've done it to. So it's just like kind of about that. The song is just kind of about, you know, you think you're helping somebody, but you're really just kind of helping yourself feel better that you think you know everything, or something like that. Again, we could be wrong, but it's just our take on our feelings to that reaction from them, you know. So this is a song called Don't Bother. In other words, you know, you think you're gonna help us with your words because you think your words are all great and spectacular, but you don't really have to bother. If you want to butt in and say some shit to us, fine. We don't give a fuck, really. But you don't have to bother. It's like we posted shit on Facebook and some people, like, almost take offense to it. Like, not even because it's like a political thing or something they disagree with like that. It's just more like, for some reason it bothers them so much. Sometimes our opinions bother somebody else so much that they have to, can't resist, you know, like, to comment back and think and tell us what they think is right, or what they think our problem is, as if we even have a problem, which maybe we do, maybe we don't, right?
Yeah. It's just, I don't know. It's just kind of a song written about that, I guess. I don't know. It's just, I don't know what else to say about it, you know?
Yeah. Just like, you know, we'll be okay without your advice, you know, and if it makes you feel good, if this is what, you know, makes you feel good, like doing HeelerZ music is what makes us feel good, whatever your potion is, man, if it makes you feel better to do that, then fine. We're not telling you to stop doing it, but what we are saying is that if we post something on Facebook that you don't like, you have every right in the world to scroll past it and ignore it, you know?
Exactly. But some people just can't resist. And it's like, you know, it's like it bothers them so much they can't resist. So, there you go. That's what that song was about, I guess.
Yeah. Okay, we're rolling through these things, man.
All right, next song.
Okay, this song is it is song 6 on the album, and it's called Tempo 51. Just kind of a dreary sounding tune. We kind of got the first idea of this song from some of the music from the movie Christine, right?
Yeah, the part, if anyone who's seen the movie Christine about the 58 Fury that came to life and was possessed or whatever, the scene in that movie where Arnie, the guy who owns it, who bought the car and fixed it up, and finally realizes that the car has special powers, and so, like, Ernie goes, "Show me," and the car starts some people came in and bashed the hell out of the car, and he finds it and it's all totaled. But then he realizes that the car can rebuild itself, so Arnie goes, "Show me," and the car starts, you know, like, unimploding or something, which actually, my dad, our dad way back in the day, this is an old movie, and he said something like, well, you know, the way they probably did that is that they actually compressed the car, and then they ran the video in reverse to see it uncompressing, so it's back to not being totaled, you know.
Right. But so in that scene, there's like this music that goes doo-doo, doo-doo, doo-doo. So we kind of got that first riff right there from that idea. And also, G-Man, our mom, kind of gave us some of the ideas for the lyrics. We played this song before, just like what we had of it at the time, before the lyrics were written. And she had this idea of, like, our mom, G-Man, also has a lot of dreams. We have that in common with her. She has a lot of dreams about loss and being lost as well. So it's another, we did a song on our last album, Chemistry and Circumstance, that was called Why These Dreams, and that was dedicated to her and us, in dedication to all these weird fucking dreams we have all the time, right?
Yeah, right. So, So like you said, yeah, G-Man, our mom, kind of gave us an idea of this song about like being lost in the woods or something, taking a walk at night in the woods and being lost or something. And even though we'd kind of already covered that, like, I don't even know. Some of our songs are about being lost or lost, as it is. Why These Dreams, Route 40, you know.
Right.
But we put some of that into our lyrics, and you know, we're talking over all this shit right now. But if you go back and listen to the actual album, if you go on YouTube, we're actually in the middle of getting we made all the YouTube videos, just the lyrics videos. We just make videos with the song and the lyrics and post them all on YouTube, and that's how we try to get the shit out there, because you know.
Yeah, and we do have all this stuff. It's we do have a Bandcamp now. We have our songs for sale on there. Not that anyone's gonna buy them, and not that we would expect anyone to buy them, but they're there mostly just because it was something to do. You know, we can put them up there. We can do it, so why not do it, right?
Yeah, you know, hey, we make $7 one day. We'll probably shit our pants.
Yeah, even if we're constipated.
Right. Yeah, that'll be the end of constipation. The day someone actually buys one of our albums, we will shit. Hopefully not our pants, but...
You're right. But we will take a shit, and it'll be healthy.
Right. I gotta pee. Let's let this go real quick.
All right, we'll be right back. Okay, and we're sorry if you hear the toilet back there. Oh well, it happens. So that was called tempO 51, and that was about it was about like being scared in the woods, but then like because we're so much into music that we kind of tried to, while being scared in the woods, we're trying to think of something else. So we realized that our tempo's kind of in 51, and actually. The tempo, I'm not even sure what this means, but when we were recording that song, we actually set the tempo to 51 in our Logic mixer. And so, you know, between that and having some ideas from our mom with, you know, the whole idea of being lost in the woods, we didn't really know what to call it, so we just called it tempO 51, right?
Yes, exactly. Okay, we're already into the next song.
Yes.
All right, song 7, right? I think. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, this is song 7 on the album. And it's called Home with Dog, and this is it's a mellower tune. It's probably like the mellowest, positive kind of feel-good song of the. I guess this is the feel-good song of the album.
Yeah, pretty much, because the rest of them are kind of dreary and shit. This one is actually kind of positive, and like, you know, we are probably kind of negative a little more often than we should be, but because of like we did this song because we want people to know that we do appreciate the little things, and actually the little things are really not little, they're actually the big things, you know.
Exactly. Right, and so we wrote a song about Home with Dog. This is kind of a dedication to our dog Beans, our canine companion hero. Now we already wrote a song that was a love song for Beans, basically. That was on our 2016 album called Live to Tell the Story, and that was a song called Beans, and that was written literally for Beans, right?
Yeah.
This song is for Beans, but it's basically just what it means is that we appreciate the moment. It's one of those things. Damn monitor's going off again.
Why does that happen when we're in the middle of a damn function? Are we still recording?
Yes, we are 34:17 it.
Okay, good. Okay, yeah, so this is called Home with Dog, and it's just about like, you know, some of our songs are about being in the moment, you know, and sometimes it's a dreary moment, but sometimes it's a moment where, you know, we appreciate everything, you know, the good things in life. We try not to be negative all the time. We try not to act like, oh, our life sucks, everything's bad, because really not everything is bad. There are very good things. Right now, in fact, literally right now at this moment at 12:05 a.m., it's now Monday, June 10th, 2019, by the way. Which also would have been an anniversary, right?
Yeah. If we were still married, this would have been our 19th anniversary. Wedding anniversary, but that's the past life. That didn't happen, so here we are doing this now instead.
Exactly, and thank you for the clip notes on that one, man.
Yeah, didn't want to go into that for too long.
Yeah.
So anyway, Home with Dog is just about the moment. Like you said, Jamie, it's what we're doing right now. We're just hanging out. We're doing the commentary and all this, but we're just hanging out with our dog right now. And some of the first lyrics are like, contentment, having a roof over our head, having our dog, a G-man, and just all the good things in life that, it's a positive song, damn it. And even though there's a line in there that says, if we were to die tonight, G-man wrote this read it a while ago, and she's like, damn it, quit mentioning die and death, I'm like, yeah, but we were trying to explain to her that it's just, if we had to die tonight, this would be a good night. Like, we wouldn't die sad. Not saying we want to die, but if we had to die tonight, at least we died happy, that's all.
Right. And without, even with mentioning death, it's still a positive song. It's just a song for the appreciation of the good things in life that we have right now. And we, the thing is, we always worry. That's kind of one thing about us, is that we just always worry about losing those good things, And time keeps ticking, and man, things are going to happen one day, and we don't want to dwell on bad shit. So that's why we got to throw, a good, a positive song in there once in a while,
Exactly. So that's what Home with Dog is about. And by the way, we started January 20th, 2019 was the first day we started working on this song. So just to mention that.
Yes, exactly.
Sip of beer.
Sip of beer, man. And we're going to have to get a new one pretty soon that will give a... by the way, beer count, we're almost done with beer 4. We're going to go to beer 5 pretty soon. And the beers have, I don't know, we're just getting older. We may be starting to be able to handle this beers every night stuff less and less, But we're still going. We're still trying, right?
Exactly. Okay, we're going on to song 8 now.
Yes.
Song 8. Okay. Now, the name of this song is called Tempo of the Night, which obviously is our title track.
Yes. Yes, it is.
Now, I guess the idea of this album, as we've been going back listening to the songs, a lot of it is still about us.
Yeah, just like we mentioned before, it just ends up landing on that quite often, but, whatever. If it helps us, it helps us. Do what you gotta do, Lots of people out there writing a lot of songs about a lot of different things, and a lot of people do write songs about their personal life or their environment or just whatever it is that they know, what's affecting them, whatever. Some people write songs about bugs on the sidewalk. It's just whatever you want to do. So, anyway. So what's the song about, Don?
Okay. So, title track, Tempo of the Night, song 8 on the album. First of all, for a minute there, we almost thought of just calling this song Play Ourselves a Violin or something like that, right? Because that's kind of what we're doing, but that's kind of what we do on all of our albums, isn't it? Oh, I got to burp.
I was going to laugh, but you had to burp first, and we're sharing the same mouth, so you had to burp before I could laugh, right?
Yeah, we are doing two voices with one mouth. That's no need to mention it. That's why we mentioned it, right?
Yeah. Well, for those of you just tuning in.
Right. So this song is... what this song is about, though, really, and what kind of, one of our early ideas of the concept of this album, why we called it Tempo of the Night, was just because a lot of it's just, besides being about us and all that shit, it's just about music, period, It's just about music, loving music, listening to music, and trying to create music. And this song is just about, how we love so many different kinds of music, and it changes all the time, we can't stick to just one sound. It's like,
yeah, sometimes we'll be in the middle, we'll be just listening to stuff, if we're just sitting there not working on our own music, we're just listening to other stuff, and it's just what do you want to listen to tonight, so we just throw something on our iTunes shuffle, and oh yeah, let's listen to something rockin', or no, let's listen to something mellow, or something in between, whatever the hell it is. It's just I guess that's what this song is really about. It's just how we love so much different kinds of music, and it's just music's just such a big thing for us, and it changes all the time. You know, like we could be like, oh, let's listen to this song. Fuck yeah, I want to hear that right now. And we put it on and we listen to a minute or two of it, and we go, eh. In the midst of listening to that song, we start thinking about another song. We're like, fuck this, just stop it. Let's listen to this other song now. And just about how music changes for us. But we're into so much of it. It's just really, the song is just about a dedication to music and how much we love it, I guess, you know.
Right. So it's just like tempo the night. Like, what is the tempo of tonight? On this particular night, what do we want to listen to? Or this particular day, or morning, or afternoon, whatever the hell it is.
Right. Sorry.
You coughed for us, thank you. I'll do the burping, you do the coughing.
Cool, man. Combined effort, yeah. It works.
Yes. Alright, so there you have it. That's pretty much what this is about. Kind of a rocker. For those of you who actually bother to listen to the actual album without us talking over it, you know, it'll be louder and you'll hear everything, and hopefully it won't suck too much.
Yeah, that's always our goal, is that it won't suck too much.
Did we mention that we're uploading the YouTube videos now?
Yeah, we got all the videos done. I think we started talking about that, but I don't know if we finished. What we do once the album's done is we share it on YouTube, because that's pretty much all we can really do with it. YouTube and Bandcamp, I guess, and you know, they're like Reverb Nation and SoundCloud. But YouTube's really where it's at, because I mean, you can make a video, do whatever you want in there. So what we do is, I mean, we don't make, well, for the most part, we don't make like videos. We just do like, we just use it to put our songs up there, and we make lyrics videos. So all the lyrics will be on there. All the songs of the new album will be there with all the lyrics. So that's what we're doing, and we always worry about like things malfunctioning before we can get it done. So we're always trying to like learn patience or something there.
Right. We're trying to just relax and hope nothing malfunctions and we can get it done, right?
Yes.
Okay, now song 9.
Okay, song 9. This is a song called Why It's Weird, which actually was song 10. It was the last song we wrote for the album, but it ended up being the second to the last song. Kind of the second to the last song for the album. It's called Why It's Weird. And with this song, a lot of the times the lyrics will come early in the making of a song. You know, we'll start writing words as we're like trying to record instruments and make the music too. And but this one we actually just started working on the music, and the lyrics came later because I don't know, just because that's how it worked, right?
Yeah, we were working on the music for a while before we really knew what the hell the song was going to be about. And we had some ideas, you know, like about, you know, like like Don't Bother, for example. You know, we were kind of thinking of, basically we posted something on Facebook about camera fear, and we got some heat from a friend there that we were talking about earlier, and
yeah.
So we thought, well, let's write about that. And then we thought, no, we kind of already wrote about that. And then we had these ideas about, well, let's write about being a loner. But no, we already wrote that, loner rock, and several other things. So we're like, all right, we've already covered these subjects in several songs already. So what the hell do we make this song be about? So what we decided was, let's go back to the original idea of what started that whole thread on Facebook, which was the camera fear. And it was something I don't think we ever wrote about before. And then we were kind of feeling weird, like, well, do we put, you know, something this personal into lyrics, you know, like camera fear? I mean, it's a real thing. It's something that the person that Jamie Zahn lives in has really had their whole life. But we decided, you know, but we thought, well, at least there's an idea. There's something we never wrote about before, is the camera fear, and kind of maybe why, you know, why the camera fear is there. We to this day we don't really know why, but we just you know, and like I said, we were kind of wondering, you know, is it weird to write something that personal into our lyrics? But then we realized, well, we kind of already did that already too. I mean, a lot of HeelerZ lyrics have personal things in them, but we kind of try to generalize it by, basically, that's part of the idea of Jamie and Zahn. It's, you know, we just pawn it off as, well, that's what's happening to them, instead of what's happening to the person those two actually live in, which that person really is Jamie and Zahn, right?
Yes, yes. Exactly. Explained it so many times, but we try to keep that clear, I guess.
Yeah. Sip a beer. Now, this song, as far as the music goes, this is our most Terra Mellos influence song on this album, even though the whole Chemistry album was kind of that. But, you know, like Diary of Diarrhea was our G.G. Allen album, and then Live to Tell a Story was kind of our Sarah McLachlan / Siegel Royce album or something, you know.
Yeah.
And then Chemistry and Circumstance was kind of Terra Mellos influence, and now this one is kind of HeelerZ influence, but we have still other influences in there. And this song, it was, my God, kind of a bitch. By the way, tempO the nighT took 5 weeks to do. That was a long one. This song, Why It's Weird, took about 4, maybe 4.5 or something weeks to create and get done. It was hard, man. And I don't know if it's because the song is hard or it's because our attention span's getting worse every fucking day. I don't know. But either way, it gets harder, but we keep trying to do it.
Yeah. So that was called Why It's Weird. And that was about, we decided to call it Why It's Weird to kind of generalize the whole thing. First we thought of just calling it Camera Fear, and then we had an idea of calling it like Photophobe because we wrote a song years ago called Germaphobe, and we thought that'd be kind of a cool idea. But then one night we thought of Why It's Weird. And we still don't know why we have Camera Fear, but like we mentioned in those lyrics, part of it's how the guy we live in actually was very sick and almost died the first year of life, which is a true thing that really happened. Fucking monitor, wake up! Come on! Damn it.
Damn that thing. Alright, so let's move on here. We're going through this fast.
Okay, so that was kind of the Camera Fear, Photophobe song. That was called Why It's Weird. Now, this is song 10, which is basically the last song on the album, even though we have one more song that is, it's the same song, but it's a little bit different version because we have our good friend JV playing guitar on it, and it's a little bit different take on that. I guess we should include that in here too. Do we want to do that in the commentary here too?
Might as well.
Okay. So let's talk about this song.
Okay, so this is called the song 10, and it's called Thick Blanket. We thought of calling it Date of the Night, but we decided on calling it Thick Blanket because this is basically about, at the end of the night, we're alone. At least the one we live in is alone, and it's kind of, this whole album is kind of like a day in the life of this person we live in or something, you know.
Yeah, when it comes down to it, it's really us, which is really him, or it, whatever you want to call that person.
Right. And so this is called Thick Blanket. This is about how at the end of the night, we get in bed and sleep alone, and we wrap the blanket around us. We kind of wrap our arms around ourselves because we're all we have, or to put it in layman's terms, I'm all I have, right?
Yeah, that will maybe help people understand a little more if you just say I'm all I have or something.
Yes, it's kind of the idea behind that. So, and as you can hear, it's a mellow one. It's kind of, we thought it'd be a, you know, like a good closing song to the album. Cool it off. It's like the drier cool down period, the last few minutes, you know, the heat shuts off, it just tumbles a little longer, and it's just kind of cooling down. So that's kind of the idea of this song too, right?
Yeah, and it's also, like you said earlier, Zahn, like the second or third tune we actually wrote. It's the first night we started working on that, we have it dated here, was August 30th of 2018. So, like that one, Route 40, and Not to Be Human, I think were like the first 3 we wrote.
Yeah, something like that.
So it's just kind of about that. It's almost kind of a lullaby to ourselves, I guess, or to anyone. If anyone can find this to be a good lullaby for them, then by all means, you know, it's for you too. Anyone out there who this can help.
Right.
And again, like there's the lyrics right now, free from all contact. It's another fucking loner song, basically.
Yeah, we tend to write a lot of those.
Yeah, it's just kind of our shtick, I guess. We had an idea for our next thing, like maybe we start writing songs about just like things that aren't about us, or just like about completely different things, or maybe just like scenery. We're thinking about like doing like another, for our next recording. And this is something we've been thinking about for the last at least year or two. Just doing another ambient album, or like maybe something like Defreeze, like maybe kind of that idea where it's just floaty and we just hit a lot of keys and stuff like that. And
yeah, we got a good friend of ours, Marshall, gave us a keyboard a year or two ago that we haven't used yet, but we thought we might pull that out for our next album, and we might just do an ambient thing. And not to mention, we've got stuff with JV that we still got to finish off. We just talked to him tonight about some of that, so we might do that after this. We really should.
I know, we should. Take at least a little HeelerZ break, and then seeing as this is coming out, maybe we can get some of that out. And we still got half of this year to go, at least half. So we'll see what happens in the second half of 2019, right?
Yeah, exactly. So there you have it. Getting towards the end of song 10 here, which is called Thick Blanket. Just about, I guess, tucking ourselves in, being alone at the end of the night. But we're alone all the time anyway, so it's not just the end of the night, right?
Right. Sip a beer. We gotta get another beer.
All right. It's 12:21. It's getting late.
I know. One more beer.
All right. Be right back. We're gonna get a beer. There's the cracking of beer 5.
Yes. We're kind of worried about being able to do these sessions because we haven't done one, in 6 months, and I think we're pulling it off okay so far. We'll see how it comes out, but it's kind of a trial run. If it's that bad, we'll do another attempt here, but hopefully this will be good enough. Usually it like you said, like we were talking earlier, once we get going, it seems to come fairly natural. I think we could usually pull it off okay. Yeah, it seems like it. Okay, so now this is Thick Blanket again, but this is a version with our friend JV. And that's him doing a guitar, and he described this as his first, I don't know if it was his first or not, but he said he did a non-linear guitar part for this song. The linear, non-linear thing, yeah.
Yeah. I think that what he means by that is linear means you got it all mapped out in your head, and then you record it. And non-linear means you record it as you go, and you don't know where it's going to end up. So I think that's kind of what he's saying by that.
Yeah, kind of, sort of. And he thought we were mad about that because he called HeelerZ non-linear, and we're like, no. We think that's cool, but the thing is, we think linear is very cool too, because the only reason we don't do anything linear is because we don't have that attention span to remember everything in our head and then record it. Our attention span is for shit, our memory's for shit. So that's the only reason we do it the non-linear way, is because we record something as soon as we think of it, because it's gonna be, if we don't record, it's gonna be gone in 10 seconds. It's like we don't have the capability to have all that memory in our head, man. This is just the best we can do. So anyway, JV said this was his non-linear guitar part for Thick Blanket. So, and we weren't sure what to do at first. We ended up finishing Thick Blanket, the song you just heard, obviously, before this one. That version of it. And so we kept with that, and that one has the dun 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 piano. This version, we took that piano out, and you can just hear it's kind of maybe even a little bit more mellow version of the regular Thick Blanket, with JV's guitar in the background, which I dig, though. It gives it a whole nother kind of twist on the song.
Yeah, for sure. And we're not sure if what we're gonna do here yet. If we're gonna include that on the final album, or if we're gonna another idea we had was just to actually, before we put the whole album out on YouTube and share it on Facebook and all that shit, we thought of maybe just putting this out first. You know, the JV version of Thick Blanket. Just as a first tune, you know, here, listen to this, and then the rest of the album's coming in a few days, you know.
Yeah, that's how you get them. If we were to get anyone.
Yeah, not that we're gonna, but like I read somewhere there was like on CD Baby or something, which by the way we're kind of on that too, but we haven't really set that completely up yet.
No, well we started to, and then we had some trouble with that. And we actually had CD Baby like 12 years ago. We have an old Morning Coffee album on there, which is pre-HeelerZ, so what we used to call ourselves before HeelerZ was Morning Coffee, one of our names anyway. And we have an album called High Accumulation on there that we did in like 2004, finished in 04 and 05 or something like that.
Yeah, I think we kind of revamped it in 05 or something, then again in like 2010, because even at that point it's about all we had. But anyway, I get emails. We get emails from CD Baby, and sometimes they give you like little articles you can read with good advice. And one thing we read was that I guess it's better to put out a single before the whole albums, because, you know, kind of get people's attention before you throw the whole rest of the thing at them, of the album at them. And I guess that works for real bands, but we're not a real band.
No, I mean, we make noise, but we're not. We're really a band of one that we pass off as a band of two. And we've actually seen like bands of one that play live, you know, like a guy with a bass drum and a hi-hat and a harmonica and a guitar, and they sing, and it's like, man, that's amazing. We can't do anything live. It's really hard to put two people on stage that don't actually exist. You know, it would really just be the one freak. And it goes back to our song called Why It's Weird about the camera fear. We just can't, you know, we can't deal with all that. Because, I mean, we've even dealt with playing live a few times back in the day, but what fucks it up is people recording it in video, and we have a big phobia towards pictures and all that kind of shit, so we just kind of avoid all that stuff, and we just do audio, man, you know? It's audio for us.
Yeah, exactly. All right, and that's it. That was Thick Blanket, the JV version, with guitar on there. And that is literally the whole album. We've covered it. We did it, I think, so far. We are 57 and 8 seconds into this recording. It is Monday, June 10th, 2019. It's 12:27 and 45 seconds a.m. We do have to work in the morning in a few hours, but that's not going to stop us from doing this.
No, otherwise we wouldn't have done it.
Right. Now let's just hope everything works, nothing malfunctions, we can get this converted and get it on fucking YouTube. And not to mention, we got the first song uploaded. We got all the lyrics videos done. We still hadn't completely covered this topic, have we?
No, I don't think we finished that conversation, but we were blowing through the songs there, so. Right.
So anyway, we do have, as of right now, we've got the first song of this album, which is Near Nothing. It's called Near Nothing. That is uploaded to YouTube, but we still got to do the other 9, not to mention the JV version of Thick Blanket, which we still have to go back into Logic and maybe rebounce at least one more time. And then we'll have, hopefully, in the next few days, we're going to have all this up here. By the end of the week, we should have all this done. And we're also going to put this album on Bandcamp for those of you who want to go and spend $7 and buy the album. You know?
Yeah. And, again, not that anyone would. I mean, if you're a friend of ours at all, I mean, all you have to do is ask us. I mean, if you're nice enough to just ask for a CD, I mean, fuck, we'll give it to you. You know, we're not charging you shit, man.
No, we'll be tickled pink just for anyone to have the interest at all. That's our only price for really charging is the interest.
Right. Exactly. Just say, hey, could you know, I'll take a CD, and we will gladly give you one, you know, free of charge, no problem, man. Just thanks for being so nice as to even ask about it, you know. We're tickled pink just for the attention, you know.
Right, exactly. All right, so that's the album. You know, I think we could wrap it up now, or we can get this done just about in an hour. That should be good enough.
Yeah, we've covered it. I think everything we need to cover here. And I guess this was a good practice for us doing this commentary tonight because we have a friend, we won't mention his name even though his name is Scott.
Right.
That has been asking us, he's like the only person we know that's like kind of gets a kick out of our bullshit sessions. You know, not just our commentaries on our albums, but just all the bullshit. I can't talk. The bullshit sessions that we've done. If anyone that wants to go to YouTube, go to the HeelerZ page, HeelerZ. Not only are our songs on there, but also most of our bullshitting sessions, just conversations we have with ourselves with these two voices for no reason other than entertainment. A lot of that is on there. And our good friend Scott that we work with actually gets a kick out of those things. So he's been asking us for the last few months when the hell we're going to do another one of those things. So this is our first one that we've done again since December 8th of 2018. So it's been 6 months since we've done anything like this at all. And of course the first one we had to do here was the commentary on our new album, tempO of thE. But we thought, Zana and me have been thinking about this. Yeah, it's time we do another bullshit. God, why can't I say that?
I don't know. Bullshit.
Thank you. Session. Now that we've kind of broken the ice again after 6 months by doing this commentary, hopefully, Scott, stay tuned there, buddy. We'll try to get a couple of those for nothing bullshitting sessions done again. For your enjoyment, good sir. So there you go. Okay, we're over 61 minutes in here, Zon. We should wrap it up.
All right. It is Monday, June 10th, 12:31 and 45 seconds a.m. This was our commentary on our new album for, I guess, June 2019, called tempO of thE by HeelerZ. I am Zon Martin Richardson, and who the fuck are you?
Who the fuck am I? I am Jamie Robin Richardson. You know what? We got a hit of green stuff packed up we haven't even done. You want to do it?
Yeah, let's close this session with that.
Okay, cool. Okay, that's probably the first time we even put that sound effect on here. Because we haven't been smoking much, and it appears on many of our other bullshit sessions and stuff. But just that's probably our first hit. I don't think we've done a hit since even before we started this commentary. So
right, we just cut down so much, but we're still trying. We still do a little bit of that. We still have a couple of beers here. We're not dead yet, so we're still trying to do this.
Yeah. Okay, so did I say it was Jamie Robert Richardson?
Yes. Yep, and I'm Zon Martin Richardson. I think I said that already, and we are here with our canine companion hero, known as Beans Love Richardson, who was the inspiration for HeelerZ in the first place.
Yeah, the first recording we did that we considered to be a HeelerZ recording was called Deep Freeze, which we worked on between January and April 2014. And that was we started working on that in January. That was about 6 months or so after Beans first moved in with us. But in the lyrics, like the whole song, the whole album kind of tells a story. And the story starts out with Beans first moving in with us. So really, Beans is really a huge part of this inspiration that has become what we now do. We hang out with Beans and we're HeelerZ, and we've done all these albums. This will make since Deep Freeze, since 2014, and we did Fourth Christmas, which was kind of an EP. But if you count that EP also as an album, we have done 7 albums now, or at least 6.5 in like 5.5 years, right?
Yeah. Yep, we did Deep Freeze, and then Fourth Christmas, the EP. Then we did Diarrhea of Diarrhea, and then we did Live to Tell. Then Anxiety 101, Free Anxiety for the Poor 101 and 102. And then last year we did Chemistry and Circumstance, and now we just got done with tempO of thE. So that makes 7 albums. Fourth Christmas is kind of an EP, so at least 6.5 albums within the last 5.5 years. So I don't think we're doing too bad here.
No, and it's not like we don't play live, or we don't go on tour. We don't have any of that stuff going on, but we do have a 40-hour-a-week job that's how we pay our bills. So. So we have to fit this in with that too. So, I mean, if all we did was tour and didn't have to work, that might be a different story, but we just don't know, and I'm sure we'll never know that life. But this is the life we do know. We work 40 hours a week, and at night we record noise, and we don't do any video, but we do the audio. I mean, you don't see us, but you hear us.
Right. And that is And with us and beans and everything, I think that describes as best we can what HeelerZ is. So we are HeelerZ.
Yes, we are HeelerZ. And always will be.
We damn well better always be.
Yeah. Okay, man, let's wrap it up, dude.
All right. 12:35 and 20 seconds a.m. Monday, June 10th, 2019. I am John Martin Richardson.
I am Jamie Robin Richardson, and we're here with Beans Love Richardson. This has been our commentary on our new album, 2019, tempO of the nighT. And we bid you farewell and good night.
Good night.